Hey guys, it's Lars again. Just got out from a Bikram yoga class. We do yoga pretty much every day at 7 a.m. Get up early, go to a yoga class for, what is it, like an hour? I mean, it ends up being like more than 2 hours, more like 2.5 hours in total, with changing and warm up and shower and everything. But it's a really great way to start your day. And I don't know if you're familiar with Bikram yoga. It's this guy called Bikram Chowdhury, who's Indian, but he's based in Los Angeles, Santa Monica, and he's devised, I didn't know this until fairly recently, but in yoga there's if you're something, then you create your own Ashtanga or Vinyasa or whatever. They make up their own kind of yogas, and then they trademark it, and then there's a whole franchise business around that. So anyway, the point I was trying to make is the way Bikram yoga works is that there's a teacher who's usually with a microphone, who's talking, speaking through a complete script. The entire 90-minute class is completely scripted, start to finish, and they usually follow it pretty tightly. The more experienced the trainer, the more experienced the class, the more liberties they can take, but they pretty much go through it word by word, which can be good and bad. It can be really annoying at times. Anyway, so the class has this, Bikram has this way of pushing, and then relax, and then push, and then relax, and then push, and then relax. And there's this whole concept that the teacher needs to constantly push us to do more, harder, better, deeper into the poses, to stretch more, to struggle more. Yet at the same time, there's always be gentle and be careful, and do it slowly, and then fast, but then slowly, and if you need, don't push yourself too far. If you need to open your mouth to breathe, then you've gone too far. Just lie down and relax. But then everybody come up and everybody do this and push. So there's this weird back and forth all the time. But I've noticed the teachers, and I think the reason I bring this up is that there are lessons for everyone who's an entrepreneur, everybody who's in a relationship with anyone else, who has kids, who has a spouse, who has parents, who have siblings, who have friends, who have business partners, who have employees, who have everyone who's in a relationship with someone. There's a lesson in here, and let me illustrate this by a couple of weeks ago, we went to the headquarters of Bikram Yoga in Santa Monica, and the teacher there was brand new, and when we were to do a sit-up, you do a lot of special kind of sit-ups in class. Whenever you've been lying down and you need to get up to the next exercise, you do a sit-up. So she would say, do an energizing sit-up. So whereas most of the others say do a strong sit-up, and saying do a strong sit-up is a judgment. It's outside, I'm judging whether you're doing it strongly, and you need to do it strongly to impress me, and so that you do it the way I tell you to. Whereas doing energizing sit-up is, what's the benefit to me of putting effort into the sit-up? It is that it's energizing for me. So it's the difference between being the parent who says, do it this way because I want it, and I'm the boss, I have the power over you, and you should do what I say, or it's talking to the internal motivations. It's the other way. The energizing is assuming that this person actually wants to do a good job with this, and then explaining to the student why you want to put energy into this sit-up, because it is energizing for you, so it's better for you. The same thing goes with she would also say, remember your intention with coming here. Why was it you chose to come here today? She would appeal to the big side of us, the bigger side of us, the side of us that wants to do well, that wants to do a good job, put effort, not for some authority figure to nod at us, but because it feels good to do a good job. It feels good to give everything that you have and put everything you have into it. And so appealing to that side of us is much better. Most of them do the other thing, push harder. She was I know you can do this. I know you have it in you, and I know that you really want to do well to finish this class as strong as you started. So go find that strength. Go do it from that place. I think there's a profound difference in how you approach, in these two approaches. The I'm telling you to because I have the authority, or I know that you really, really deeply want to do this, and I encourage you to find that side, and I believe in you. I know that you have it in you. I believe in you, and I support you in doing it from this place. I think it's a tremendously important thing to find especially with regards to our kids, where as parents we're natural authority figures. So trying to go beyond that and really see that your child really, really wants to do well. They really do. They really do want to do a good job, and speak to that side of them. And students in a class, if you're teaching, if you have subordinates, you have employees at your job, if you have people reporting to you or your colleagues, whatever, just assume that people actually really want to do a good job. If they don't, they should be, in a job, they should be fired, obviously. But people really do. I mean, really, people really want to be good people. Most of them, they just sometimes are really confused. Some of them are really extremely confused. But we all want to be good people. So know that and speak to that. Okay? All right. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.